Alright, what is going on YouTube? This is your boy, PXG Cash Howard, coach of the New York Nido Kings, and I am here to welcome you to Season 3 of the Worldwide Champions League. Now, as you can see, there's a Pancham and there's a Scizor on the screen, so I am not alone in this video. Joining me is the co-owner and coach of the Brooklyn Scizors, my boy CB Hulk. CB.
Yo, what is good, guys? Welcome to the Worldwide Season 3. I know you're probably confused about why it says Season 3, but we'll get to that in a minute. But in the meantime, I just want to welcome you guys and say thank you for watching this video, and hopefully you will enjoy it.
Alright, so as CB said, this is season 3. We've been doing a lot of stuff outside of the camera. Right now, we're going to actually let you guys see what's going on inside. Um, Now, a lot of things have changed between seasons 1 through the
3.
3, but overall, it's still the same. We're a bunch of people with creative minds. We all want to be the best, and we're all trying to prove between ourselves who is the best. Right now,
But we low-key know who's the best right now.
in the microphone with me is the two-time,
God,
two-time
you
champion
heard it right. The two-time defending champion, aka me. I know.
who,
I'm
and
great.
he's currently holding my belt nice and warm so that, because I am going to be the champion in season 3. So,
Excuse me, Cash. Last time I remember, you lost to T-Tar and Heliolisk in last season. So you can't talk. I got the game. I got the game up right now.
no, 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 no. We're
Come,
not
come
gonna.
talk
No,
to
no, no, no,
me.
no, 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 no.
Come talk to me, Cash, when you win a game.
Boy. All right. We'll get to that down the road. We'll settle that down the road. Right now, we're here. We're gonna explain the whole draft situation because I know for a fact a lot of people don't understand the whole GBA format when it comes to the draft. But before we get to that, I'm gonna introduce everyone to the
Audience.
to the audience, the coaches that we have. Now, mind you, I don't have all the coaches with me here. It's just me and the guy holding my belt. So,
No, you're my belt shiner, Cash. You can shine my belt, and you can hold it, you can touch it, you can look at it, but we all know at the end of the day it's still mine. I won it twice back to back, and you didn't win anything.
all right, I'm gonna keep remembering that. So the other 14 coaches can't be here, but I'm still gonna introduce them regardless because I'm gonna explain to them their names while also explaining the draft order. The draft order was decided based off of everyone's record last season. Um, Now, one of the coaches is coming back from season 1, replacing a coach that left in season 2. So by default, by probably CB's ruling, he's the last draft pick, which is Johnny, the coach of the Carolina Caracostas. Now, every other coach from the first to the 15th were people from last season, and as I said, they're in the order of how they left in the season. So, our reigning champ over here, since he won, is number 15th. Um, our first pick is the person with the lowest overall, which was Matt and the Miami Manatees, and we'll just go down the list like that. Second, we got Nate, who's coaching the Waterville Weavals. Third, Bobby coaching the Philadelphia Scythers. Fourth, Brody coaching the Chesterfield Victinis. Fifth, Kurt coaching the Adelaide Absols. Sixth, Napalm coaching the Falls Furfro. Seventh, Thomas coaching the Cape Girardeau Garderoirs. And your future champion right here in the making, myself
Keep
coaching
dreaming,
the
buddy.
New York Nido Kings.
Keep dreaming, Cash.
Now I'm gonna let CB mention the other half of the roster because the boy gotta breathe.
I don't gotta breathe. I don't gotta do nothing.
Mm,
You just gotta shine my belt for me, Cash.
damn. All right, come on, CB. Who's
All
the
right, so next up, we got ninth in the Rochester Ride-Ons, coached by our fellow friend and YouTuber Big Pum Gaming. Go check him out at youtube.com/Big Pum Gaming. You're welcome for that ad, Pum. That's gonna cost you money in the future, but we'll get to
collect
that.
later?
10th, we've got our friend, a good friend, Voltomic, the coach of the Atlanta Aegis Slashes. At 11th, we've got our captain and a co-owner of the league, The London Lugs Race, coached by Loaded X Liam or Mac Moxie, whichever one you want to call him. I just call him Liam. You can call him whatever you want.
Captain.
Cash calls him the captain. Call him whatever you want. Doesn't matter. He's just Liam to me. 12th, we have the Willington Crowbats, coached
Wilmington.
by Shane, aka Lord of Cold, on Twitch. To anybody who's watching this who also might know him from Twitch. Um, 13th, we have the Seattle Sharingan Superiors, coached by our friend and a good friend of ours, Lindo, aka Lindo Mar, on Twitch as well. Um, 14th, we have the Plymouth Porygon Z, coached by Connor, aka Deranged Lime. He's also on Twitch, but not very often. But maybe if you know him, say hi if you wish. 15th is coached by is me, the Brooklyn Scissors, the coach and the two-time defending champion, and future three-time defending
Nah,
champion
nah, nah.
for the record. Uh, Guys, you can shut up. We all know I'm winning. And 16th, we have the Carolina Carrot Coasters, coached by our good friend Johnny, and that is how this is going to go. But for those who are not sure or don't know, we will be going through 1 through 16, and then we'll be going reverse from 16 to 1 as a snake order to give uh, coaches and fellow players the bit of an advantage and when drafting, so that way it doesn't really punish players. It gives them the ability to be able to pick up possibly two picks in back to back, just like the DBA does. But after that, I will now pass this to Cash and let him explain further to you guys of how this is basically gonna work.
All right. So now, I was never the pro when it came to the GBA format. I actually had to be sat down and explain this, but after I figured it out, it's pretty straightforward. The GBA themselves have it listed where you're picking one Pokemon from each of the respective tiers, which is tier 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the Mega. We changed it up a little bit so that we actually get to pick two Pokemon in tier 3. So overall, we're already drafting by default six Pokemon between tier 1 through 5, as long as they correlate with the numbers that you see on screen. So one tier 1, one tier 2, two tier 3s, a tier 4, and a tier 5. Now, the Mega slot has a mechanic to it where depending what tier your Mega falls under, you could potentially get more points for your overall drafting allowance, if you want to call it, which I'll explain in a sec how that's going to work also. But tier 1 pokes give you nothing back, tier 2s give you 40, tier 3s give you 60, and tier 4s give you 80. Now, that allowance that I was referring to correlates with the last four pokes that you would be allowed to pick, which are the free slots. Basically, you're starting off with 400 points. With those 400 points, you have to now pick four Pokemon in any combination that you want of tiers, so long as you have points allocated to actually do so. Now, as I mentioned, if you pick the lower tiered Mega, you get additional points added. So if you pick the tier 2, you're not going to start off at 400, it will be at 440, and then you can pick off of that. But now, we decided to also to allow, I believe for the first time, CB can quote me if this didn't happen between season 1 and 2, this would be the first time that we're actually doing franchise.
Yes, that is
Um,
correct.
so every coach had the option of franchising something. If the coach decided to franchise, they started off at 360 as opposed to 400. So now franchising is a double-edged sword. It's good and bad. You can pick something now and guarantee that it's yours. But the franchise pokes were Pokemon that we had in our teams themselves last season. So I can't outright and just say, I want to draft this poke, and I never had it. If I do that, there's less points for me in terms of picking my four free mons. And if you don't actually pick them correctly, you're gonna end up picking probably having like one tier 1 and like three tier 5s.